My grandmother left me the house. My mother had been paying herself rent from Grandma's account for 6 years. When my grandmother's lawyer called me, I assumed it was a formality. My mother had handled everything during the last years of Grandma's life. The medical decisions, the finances, the move into assisted living. I had been grateful. I lived 3 states away, and I sent money when I could, and called twice a week, and visited for a week every summer. I thought my mother and I were a team across a distance. The lawyer explained that Grandma had updated her will 8 months before she died, and left me the house and the remainder of her savings. He said Grandma had contacted him directly, without my mother's knowledge, and had been very specific about her instructions. He said she had asked him to make sure I received a separate envelope, along with the legal documents. Inside was a letter in my grandmother's handwriting, on her pale green stationery. She wrote that she loved my mother, but that she needed me to know the truth before the estate was settled. She had been in assisted living for 3 years, and the house had been sitting empty. My mother had been renting it to a tenant, and depositing the rent into an account my mother controlled, not into Grandma's account. 6 years of rent, before and during assisted living, that my grandmother had never seen. Grandma wrote that she had not confronted my mother because she was afraid of losing access to her grandchildren, and because she was old and tired and did not have the energy for the fight. She wrote that she was leaving me the house because she trusted me to know what to do with the information, and that she was sorry for asking me to carry it. The tenant was still living there when the estate transferred. I drove out to handle the closing myself. My mother called 3 times during that drive. I did not answer. When I arrived and walked through my grandmother's house, through the rooms I had known my whole life, past the green chair where she used to sit, and the kitchen where she taught me to make her sauce, I understood that my mother had been collecting money from the place where my grandmother grew up and grew old, and had said nothing, for 6 years. I have not spoken to my mother since I read that letter. She has left messages saying I am punishing her for something I don't fully understand. I understand it completely. That is the problem.